Hello guys. So it's been a long while since my last sniping guide, but that's mainly because I think I've covered all the basics I wanted to say in those previous videos, and if you haven't watched those first, I'll link them down below. And if you do like these Warzone guides and want to see more of them, then consider subscribing. About 25% of you watching are subscribed, and I would love to hit 500k by the end of this year. In this video, I wanted to cover some more advanced sniper techniques, discussing which sniper loadouts work best in which areas, and also some more advanced movement and aiming strategies that you can work into your sniper playstyle. First of all, I wanted to discuss movement techniques as I've never covered this topic before. When running in the open, you should be running, tack sprinting, sliding, jumping, and changing direction. As a sniper, the hardest people to hit are those that have the most variables in their movement. So a good start would be sprint, tack sprint, slide, jump, change direction. Now this isn't the fastest way of moving, but it's certainly the hardest to predict. Secondly, a lot of you are not bunny hopping down hills, and it shows. Every hill with even the slightest incline, you should be spam jumping down to gain considerable speed. All you need to do is spam jump, it's as simple as that. You can even jump in a zigzag to make yourself harder to hit, and you can even bunny hop after parachuting for crazy speed. Great for ambushing someone in the open without landing on top of them. You can of course use this momentum when sniping to surprise your opponents, especially when you're being forced to move by the zone and your shots are still 100% accurate. People often ask me how I consistently hit paratroopers coming back from the gulag. The answer is pretty simple. It's just about timing. When you see them dropping in, don't shoot at them whilst falling, as they'll know you're watching them and you'll probably miss. Wait for the moment just after they pull their chute, and they'll be almost stationary in the air. If you miss, don't spam shots, but wait for them to pull their chute again for another easy shot. For helicopter snipes, try hitting the bigger target first, the actual helicopter. Keep in mind that choppers usually move consistently in terms of speed, so if you get a hit marker on the helicopter, roughly remember how far in front you are aiming and keep shooting at that distance in front, and you'll probably end up downing someone. So next up, let's discuss sniper loadouts and where on the map you should be using either the HDR for long range or the Kar98 at close medium range. In my last few guides, I recommended using the HDR sniper only, as it's without a doubt the easiest sniper to use with the fastest bullet velocity alongside a fast aim down sight speed. However, recently I've pivoted to using the Kar98 for closer ranges, and it's an incredible sniper for certain areas of the map. What I mean by this is that you should be taking different sniper loadouts depending on where the circle is heading. First of all, I'll quickly show you my best Kar98 and HDR loadouts. Just pause the video to see what I take. If you want the full details of why I choose each attachment, then watch my individual sniper guides linked below. So here is a diagram of the Verdansk map where you should use each sniper. Basically, if you see the circle heading for the north or east sides of the map, then you should be picking up the HDR, as a large proportion of your fights will be at longer ranges. However, if the circle is shifting towards the center, south or west parts of the map, the Kar98 will most likely be the better choice. Remember that the Kar98 is a 2-shot chest shot within 80 meters and a 1-shot headshot at all ranges. So for close to medium range, you'll technically down people faster than any of the other snipers. However, if you wanted to focus on one sniper and bullet velocity, I will always recommend the HDR for all-round consistency. For me, the AX50 is just a slightly worse HDR, with the only redeeming factor being a 20% faster rate of fire. Also, with the Kar98, you have the option to stop mid-reload at any time by doing a reload cancel. This is when you quickly switch weapons and switch back to the car whenever you need to stop reloading. Start the animation, and then if you need to quickly do a follow-up shot, just reload cancel to fire straight away. As for your secondary weapons to snipers, stop using Graus, Kilos, and Bruins with a VLK scope. The Grau, Kilo, and Bruin are literally sniper replacements, as their damage and recoil is perfect for longer ranges, so you're basically taking 2 snipers. The best weapons as secondaries to a sniper are those that excel at close to medium range. The best guns for sniper secondaries are the MP7, FAL, RAM7, and M4. These are not the best close range weapons, but as a sniper you'll often be playing more passively from range to be effective, thus you'll less likely be pushing fights except as a last resort. As for sniper versus sniper battles, here's a few extra tips to help you stay on top. So I've mentioned in the past that you should always unscope between each shot. This is especially true for the HDR. Not only does it give you better awareness in the downtime of rechambering, it also cancels out some of that vertical recoil that you would feel if you stayed scoped in, meaning you can do follow-up shots without having to realign your aim. You also get a much better feel for your sensitivity as you can adjust your aim while scoping in. Plus, if the enemy hasn't spotted you yet, you'll hide your scope glint between the shots, further concealing your position. Talking of sniper glint, this is the perfect marker on an enemy sniper to show you where to aim when the enemy sniper is aiming at you. The sniper glint is right in the middle of their head when scoping in, giving you a very easy target to shoot at even if the rest of their body is hidden. When you're sniping enemies, get into the habit of pressing the spot key at the same time as firing. Think about it. If you're on target or close to hitting them, you'll spot them 100% every time and make it much easier to hit a follow-up shot even through cover, as the spotting icon essentially acts like a wall hack. So you aim down sight and then fire and spot every time. If you happen to spot behind them by accident, you can quickly remove or spot somewhere else whilst you rechamber the round. I've always said never peek the same angle when sniping, but what if the other sniper never peeks? Once you get to know the hiding spots inside the buildings of Verdansk, always try and wallbang the spots through the wall where you would stand. The most obvious places being next to the windows, but also consider whether they're lying prone and aim lower to the floor. A lot of sniper fights also happen in forest areas, with very limited angles to peek from, often with only one tree for cover per player. If you're fighting another sniper from behind a tree, you technically only have 2 angles to peek from on each side. However, you can also move back from the tree without the other player knowing and peek from a different distance, making your head appear in a place they aren't expecting, or if you have elevation to work with, you can even reposition without the person ever seeing you. Now I want to talk about using your downtime effectively. The downtime when you're rechambering rounds or reloading is a perfect time to be gathering information for you and your team. I see so many people just switch off when locked into animations like reviving, reloading, and rechambering, staring at the floor, standing completely still, waiting for the animation to end. Whilst reviving, although your character stays in the same place, you can actually look around you at a full 360 degrees, looking for potential dangers or alerting your teammates of other information. While reloading, peek angles and jump over cover to try and get more information without being an easy target. Maybe even try and get them to shoot at you and miss so that you can return fire when you're ready. Not only that, but peeking may trick your opponents into not aggressively pushing when you're in trouble. If you have no armor plates or a self-revive, don't travel inside a vehicle. Put yourself on the front of the car or the jeep so that if you're knocked out, you don't get left behind. You'll stay on the front of the car as it drives, and you can self-revive right there or wait until your team has driven to a safer place. If you're downed in the open by a sniper, don't drag yourself looking away from where the snipe came from. Make sure you're facing the direction of the shot as you're a smaller target. You can also rotate yourself a little as you're moving to make the finishing shot even harder to hit. These were just a few extra tips that I've picked up over the last couple of months. I hope that you learned something from this video, and if you did, leave a like. And if there's anything specific about sniping in Warzone that you want to know about, let me know in the comments so I can pick another video to make. Either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.